Alright, so you folks have been asking for a video on lane theory. Instead of having a sterile, analytical discussion about it with just me and the target bag, we're going to watch some tape of somebody who does this very well, who understands a lot of concepts in boxing, and that's Triple G. Hopefully you can learn something as I break down this footage so that you can have success when you fight. So, this is the fourth round of Triple G's fight with Steve Rolls. In this fight, you can really see Triple G using his proactive defense, understanding same side counters, understanding lane theory, understanding position before punch, and we're gonna try to identify all of that for you as we watch, so let's go. Today we're gonna just watch the fourth round where Triple G had his best work and got the finish. Going out right off the bat, if they're looking, you're not hooking. You can see Triple G is jabbing when he's on the line, and even in this very first exchange, you can see this proactive defense. He throws the jab, he anticipates the right hand because that's where the opening is, over his left shoulder. He slips the right hand, they end up in a tie-up. The second Triple G separates, his eyes are up. He sees that he's in the jab lane as they break apart, and he defends the jab. Good proactive boxing, good proactive defense, whether you're recognizing a vulnerability and cinching it up, or whether you're recognizing you're in a position to be attacked and defending it ahead of time. This is the secret to being slick and being quick with your defense and positioning. You can see, once again, Triple G hides his move to his closed side with his jab to set up that three. If you want to throw a hook, you want the person on your far side. So if I'm throwing my 3, they're on my open side. If I'm throwing my 4, they're on my closed side. And we're going to see as this round plays on, Triple G also does a very good job of using his uppercuts to get to those positions. Just a beautiful moment in general there as they both come in and jab. They both get their heads offline. Any coach would be very happy with that. Great exit. Once again, proactive defense. And you can see Triple G creating a variety of traffic when he's standing at the end of Rolls' jab. He blocks, he catches, he ducks, he pulls. He just showed us 4 different ways to defend the jab. That's something you should spend a lot of time doing. It's the punch you're going to run into more than anything else. Triple G's dressing up his entries, feinting, not just coming in naked. And you can see that Rolls isn't going to have as much success with that 3 because he's throwing it on the line, and Triple G has plenty of time to try to catch it or to try to do that classic cross guard. He hunkers down and he walks to his open side. And while doing so, you can see that he recognized that he can use his shoulder to close off the path of Rolls' right hand. Again, a form of traffic. We're 30 seconds into this round so far, and you can see how much tact and skill is being applied by an educated, experienced fighter like Triple G. You can see Triple G jockeying for position here, sliding his head side to side, shoulder to shoulder as he tries to set up those shots. If we go back and watch again, Triple G walks to his right, looking for the 5-4, doesn't happen. So as Steve Rolls steps to meet him, he cuts left to juke him and throw his 6 and his 3 instead. Again, pairs his lane with his angle, and walks to his open side, tries to throw the 5, but Rolls catches it, recognizes his vulnerability. Rolls has good moments here too, even though Triple G gets the win. They tie up and separate. Triple G trying to throw a right hand there while he has Rolls on his left side, but Rolls successfully defends it by lifting that arm. I'm always impressed with how Triple G looks when he's in the middle distance, even when he's in close, in punch range, he doesn't just start throwing wildly, and he doesn't panic and just defend. He's willing to take a second to look, to see if he can find an opening, and you can see it here. He's looking, 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 and then he walks to his right side. He jabs. He throws the 5 to hide that right foot step. And then he uses that attack on center line to bring Rolls' defenses in so that he can sneak that 4 over the shoulder. Beautiful work. One more time. Let's see that at full speed. Bop, 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 bang. Beautiful work. Does it again, does it again, does it again. Because Rolls is not fixing that position. In jiu-jitsu, they have the wonderful rhyme, it's position before submission. I can't get a rhyme in boxing, but I can get some alliteration where I say position before punch. Triple G is a master at this. Walks to his right, looks for the 5. Walks to his left, looks for the 3-6-3, finds it. Beautiful work. You can see that as he's jockeying back and forth for position here, he's not hooking on the line. He's using his attacks on center line, his straight punches and his uppercuts to hide his steps, to set up those bigger, more committed, more counterable shots from a safe position. Goes to his right, separates. Sometimes your opponent does the work for you. You can see in this situation, when Rolls attacks, he falls through to Triple G's left side. Right there, and he's there for the right hand. Triple G walks right, walks left, and as long as Rolls has given up that center line, Triple G can attack it with his 3. That was a beautiful moment. So let's look at that again. A really, really excellent example that Triple G is defending proactively, not reactively. He's looking for an opening. He thinks he sees a 3. He goes to start this punch and then recognizes that he's in the cross lane and he bails. He doesn't defend because a cross is coming and he's reacting to it. He defends because he recognizes he has poor positioning. Looking, looking, 3, just kidding. Changes his mind and then defends the right hand. Beautiful work. Again, uses his combination punching to hide his move to that closed side. Gets an open side angle, hits Rolls over the shoulder, and really maintains that open side angle, which is what stops Rolls from fighting back until he gets hit up center line, which is how you should attack when you have a deep angle. So let's throw this in reverse and let's break down the finish because it's all about the footwork, it's all about the positioning. From the separation here. When they separate, Triple G has a slim open side angle on Steve Rolls, which means that he needs his left hand there to protect himself from Rolls' right hand. All right, that's traffic. He's layering in his defense. And it means that his right hand is outside of Rolls' jab lane, so he's free to throw it over the shoulder, which is what he does, which is what starts his finish. From here, if you're standing in front of somebody, then they can punch back at you. Good boxing is when you're getting offline, you're getting shoulder to shoulder, you're getting side to side so that it's not an even exchange. You're putting yourself in positions where you can hit them and they can't hit you. You can see Triple G hits Rolls, stays over his left shoulder. For the briefest of moments, Rolls fixes his base and he attacks. Triple G's ready. He recognizes he's on the line and he defends. And then once again, Triple G walks, you can see it right here, to that open side angle, over Rolls' left shoulder, and this is where it's the beginning of the end. When guys get hurt, usually They're going to throw up that high guard and square up to defend, in which case you attack them as you would somebody who is out of position and square, or they're going to blade themselves and shy away, try to hide behind that shoulder, in which case you attack them as you would from having an open side angle, because that's what they've given you. So you see, Triple G leverages this pincer of attacking over the shoulder and up the center line with his right and his left hands respectively, and gets the finish as he should. Position before punch. Good positioning, good footwork is what wins fights. I hope you guys learned something today. You guys have been asking for more discussion of lane theory. If you think you have a fight where lane theory is very obvious or positioning is very obvious, then send it my way. Maybe I can use it as a teachable moment as I continue to make you guys videos so that you can learn, you can educate yourself, and you can have success when you fight.